up the last line of defense to the Willowgast refuge. His brother Penelor led a division of troops that wounded both Madeira and Sakuria. They fled behind the door and sealed it. He died with his beloved wife Sakuria laying in his lap. Sakuria Willowgast, a porcelain war-forged monk, met Madeira Willowgast on one of his battles. They fell in love and fought together. In one of the battles, she was separated and cornered. After the battle, Madeira found her slain and moved her essence into a soul orb, thus making her war-forged. She preferred to use bare hands in her fighting, often seen in a blue silken robe set. Towards the end of the war, many cracks show on her fist and feet, along with one major crack on her face. She did not die in battle, but once Madeira passed, she shut herself down.
Here lies Madeira Wildogast, keeper of the flame of cleansing and infernomancer of the resistance. When liquid fire filled his lungs and his eyes, it silenced any mortal cries. With his last breath, he fought like hell to keep the wolves away. I lay here now in his lap after his passing writing this. I, his wife Sakuria, have laid witness to his devotion to the gods and to his family. He never strayed in his devotion and fought to the very end. My life will end with his cause, my soul is tied to him. I am on borrowed time as is. He was my foundation, he was my everything. After my death, he sought every avenue to bring me back. I have failed so much in not being able to do the same for him. I have failed him. Madeira, if this somehow finds you, I am sorry. I will wait for if and when you return. May the gods see out sacrifice and have pity on our toils. The orb is flickering now, and I am fading. Please know you were my everything.
Goldcorna Walker, a farmer from Upper Tars. She inherited her family farm after the passing of her older brother Nasu. Unable to pay the tax of the farm, she was given the choice of the farm being annexed or fight for money in order to pay for it. She was always a scrappy personality and chose the latter. She won her first fight by killing an older man. It weighs heavy on her. She did not know what he did or why he was fighting. She was prepping for her next fight when she was released due to an unexpected event. A group paid the rest of her debt. Though it is welcomed, she is hesitant, because not many things in this plane doesn't come without strings attached. Finethil Maltanthir. Finethil is a member of the Wolves. Though the Wolves are known for their brutality, he has come to an understanding with Keenheart. Guild members are not to be attacked if they are on guild business. In return, he has cooperation and the ability to put bounties on people using the guild. He is one of the faces of the Wolves in Agayable. A face is someone that is known to be part of the Wolves and walks around openly. He has seen the group and is considered a scholar of the history of religion. Aniniel Willowgast, twin of Penlador and sister of Madeira, known as the Spellbinder. She uses deception, charm, and illusionary magic to gather information. Not many people survive their encounter with her. Those who do often reports days' worth of memory loss. Story says she can be anyone at any time and has infiltrated most governments or has spies in their courts. Her information gathering led Penlador's final confrontation with Madeira. Of the Willowgast children, she is the most feared cause of her cunning. With Penlador, at least your death was quick. She is a bit more dubious. Crux Witherbane, a hermit living north of Rebal. He lives a simple life of finding things of the old age along with a small lettuce farm. He walks with a heavy limp after his one foot was crushed. His wife passed a few years back, but still speaks like she is still with him. He struck luck about 5 years ago when he came across a crashed old-age airship, finally able to set up a homestead from the money he made scrapping parts. Saved by the party, he offers what remains as payment. Paul Peroz, a hulking minotaur whom chose to put the mercenary life behind him for a more quiet life as a baker. Providing bread to the gathering table part of the group, happened upon his farm in search of bread for their newly acquired honey. They were welcomed in and had a long conversation. To keep in shape, he has strings tied to his windmill, and sometimes, if there is no wind, he spins it himself. Madeira willow cased. In his youth in the Feywild, he would accompany his parents on negotiation talks and offer of sanctuary. Known for his extremely long black hair that was braided on his left side, tanned-skinned because he preferred travel by foot, because you never know whom you would meet along the road or in a tavern. Though a skilled negotiator, his passion was pyromancy. He was raised to a position of importance during the Cleric Wars because of both his abilities and lineage. He died during an attack on his forward operating base, putting up the last line of defense to the Willowgast refuge. His brother Penelor led a division of troops that wounded both Madeira and Sakuria. They fled behind the door and sealed it. He died with his beloved wife Sakuria laying in his lap. Sakuria Willowcast, a porcelain war-forged monk, met Madeira Willowgast on one of his battles. They fell in love and fought together. In one of the battles, she was separated and cornered. After the battle, Madeira found her slain and moved her essence into a soul orb, thus making her war-forged. She preferred to use bare hands in her fighting, often seen in a blue silken robe set. Towards the end of the war, many cracks show on her fist and feet, along with one major crack on her face. She did not die in battle, but once Madeira passed, she shut herself down.
Here lies Madeira Willdog-Hast, keeper of the flame of cleansing and infernomancer of the resistance. When liquid fire filled his lungs and his eyes, it silenced any mortal cries. With his last breath, he fought like hell to keep the wolves away. I lay here now in his lap after his passing writing this. I, his wife Sakuria, have laid witness to his devotion to the gods and to his family. He never strayed in his devotion and fought to the very end. My life will end with his cause, my soul is tied to him. I am on borrowed time as is. He was my foundation, he was my everything. After my death, he sought every avenue to bring me back. I have failed so much in not being able to do the same for him. I have failed him. Madeira, if this somehow finds you, I am sorry. I will wait for if and when you return. May the gods see out sacrifice and have pity on our toils. The orb is flickering now, and I am fading. Please know you were my everything.
Goldcorna Walker, a farmer from Upper Tars. She inherited her family farm after the passing of her older brother Nasu. Unable to pay the tax of the farm, she was given the choice of the farm being annexed or fight for money in order to pay for it. She was always a scrappy personality and chose the latter. She won her first fight by killing an older man. It weighs heavy on her. She did not know what he did or why he was fighting. She was prepping for her next fight when she was released due to an unexpected event. A group paid the rest of her debt. Though it is welcomed, she is hesitant, because not many things in this plane doesn't come without strings attached. Finethil Maltanthir. Finethil is a member of the Wolves. Though the Wolves are known for their brutality, he has come to an understanding with Keenheart. Guild members are not to be attacked if they are on guild business. In return, he has cooperation and the ability to put bounties on people using the guild. He is one of the faces of the Wolves in Agayable. A face is someone that is known to be part of the Wolves and walks around openly. He has seen the group and is considered a scholar of the history of religion. Aniniel Willowgast, twin of Penlador and sister of Madeira, known as the Spellbinder. She uses deception, charm, and illusionary magic to gather information. Not many people survive their encounter with her. Those who do often reports days' worth of memory loss. Story says she can be anyone at any time and has infiltrated most governments or has spies in their courts.
After the populace learned of the turnings, most turned against the gods and the infernal. Most clerics and worshippers were hunted down and killed. A few fought back. Thousands perished in the war. The gods were pushed back past a gate. Eventually, civilizations slowly descended into chaos ruled by warlords, cults, or isolated pockets of old governments. Twisted abominations now roam the plane. These are known as the Keepers. As years passed, myth and fact intertwine and most details are lost until an unlikely group of heroes stumble on something much larger than themselves. Now they are faced with a choice. Exile any chance of the gods returning or bring them back to be among the mortal man.
And leatherwood.
All right. After a slight technical issue,
Hey, you done fucking goofed.
I done goofed.
It goofed.
But after a slight technical issue, we are back. Now you guys are talking with this individual about the ruined building that you guys have come across. This ruin. So, just a short recap. Can't quite remember his name. He lives here because he either died here or found his way here. He is protected by a covenant. And he died while he was scouting. He set off a trap. So, this apparition kind of standing in front of the other two in a clearly protective manner.
What is the room that we're in? Does it have like a dirt floor?
It's cobblestone, but it's very worn down and such.
Sorry, it's dusty.
Yeah, oh yeah, everything's dusty.
Cool. I draw 3 symbols on the floor,
Okay.
religious symbols, and see if you recognize any either of the 3.
Which 3?
Mine, my coven leaders, and a very close personal friend of my coven leaders.
Like, is it gonna be on your hand there?
Sorry.
Or whatever his would have been.
Yep. Yep. I pick up what you're putting down.
Thank you.
So,
Oh wait, is that a wolf insignia on that jacket down
Yeah, it's from The Witcher.
there? Oh, okay.
yeah, it's a winter
look.
hoodie.
You're one of the wolves.
Yeah, she's a wolf.
We're gonna have to fight.
Yeah, I'd be The Witcher. That's the warmest hoodie I bought in a while.
Damn. Very fancy for a hoodie too.
So I did the Witcher dirty.
I didn't even watch the newest.
That was probably the best.
Kind of floats forward a little bit, looking at these symbols. I am not too sure. And he kind of points a finger, and it's very hard to see. But it's the coven leader.
Oh, okay. That's my coven leader. You're being protected by my coven leader. But I don't know why she would be here. Very interesting. But this is good news. How exciting!
Roll a religion check on the symbol she drew.
Sanitizer.
Yoink.
Joe commented kind of about your jacket.
Toss a coin to my witcher.
And Joe gave Farron inspiration.
Hey,
Yeah, you got inspiration from Joe.
how'd you get inspiration again?
Because new stream, technically.
Oh,
Technically, new stream.
everybody has conversion.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna do it on yourself. Listen, loopholes.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. Yeah.
You said you were going to.
Yeah. Quote, yeah.
Yeah. One day during a stream, it's just gonna pop up. He's something like
15. Maybe the portal
15.
rolls
Rolling that dice.
One very obvious Nyx.
Oh.
The one he didn't point to, you're not too sure of.
If my stats were low, I'm pretty sure I have a
The other one is one that wasn't really represented in the sanctuary.
It's known though.
It's known though. It's the ferryman symbol.
Jeez, of course. I go fucking go figure. Are we gonna find his fragments this time?
Already done did that.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry,
Yeah, welcome back. By the way.
Oh my god,
Bye.
Yeah.
are we gonna see you know who I'm talking about.
Whisper?
No. I mean maybe. But she'd be dead.
Is she?
Probably not.
She be a vampire.
Oh, that
End of
makes sense.
campaign 1, you remember?
Yeah.
Because she feels like one.
If it changes, 16.
Oh,
16.
no.
Doesn't change.
No, I was thinking of little cat dude. You know, Leonard.
Yeah, but the one you're not too sure of.
Damn, Sue.
The other one definitely is Nyx.
I'll see
And then the other one is the ferryman. Which you would know him as the one before the Raven Queen.
Right.
The true one.
Sorry.
So
Excuse me.
where I
Sorry.
would like
Had a moment there.
the Raven
Whisper
Queen
coming.
has been predominant one.
Still, yes. The Raven Queen would still be
The one taught.
the main one.
Yeah.
Correct. Yes, sir.
No, wait a second. Whisper trashed all those temples, and then Farron helped her.
Remember we ganked that fucking one cleric?
There were penises, a lot of penises drawn on a lot.
Everywhere.
Like that one cleric who's just going down an alleyway and you just jump the fuck
Yeah.
out of her.
It's fine.
Yeah, so anyway, so,
Wait, didn't Beck join you in that?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I think everyone joined in drawing penises on the Raven
everywhere.
Queen's temple.
Everywhere.
Hold on. There's something.
But,
I'm
yeah,
trying to remember.
you got this.
There was something. Definitely something that I did.
You did a lot.
I'm trying to. That's true.
You made a shame cart. I'm sorry you made that a thing.
So he kind of points to the ferryman symbol. Understand where I've seen it before.
This is for the ferryman. And the coven leader, her name is Whisper. Whisper Wolfeye.
Doesn't sound familiar.
Well, I mean, it would make sense that she would be protecting. That would make sense. So it's good. You'd be safe. It's good. The ferryman carries souls to the afterlife.
It's called the Hollow Downs.
I mean, he did before the gods were locked away.
He's still very timid about things. He's very hesitant.
Okay, so I launch into the ferryman history.
Oh god. We're just gonna
So
swim
you guys
for
take about
hours.
15 minutes
Oh,
Yeah.
that's short.
explaining the ferryman.
And the bitch of the Raven Queen.
And-
I was like, he was shattered. I quick rundown.
Yeah, a quick rundown.
Throw in a few scathing remarks about the Raven Queen and then the penises in the temple, and then back on track.
What about the greatness of Beck? Do you know anything about the greatness of Beck? Captain?
There was this weird guy with chickens and flip-flops. Heard about
He made
him.
a store of chickens.
He did. But
Flip-flops
Whisper,
There was this one guy that saved his friend a couple times from lava.
there was this great betrayer that stabbed everyone in the back. But Whisper
I got barely made soup.
led,
Soup.
created the coven. Then once the ferryman came back, and then helped guide souls to the afterlife before the gods were locked away. So she's probably still protecting the souls since they can't go anywhere right now because, you know, all the primes are locked away, which is why we're here. Right? Because you're not Quarry, right?
Oh, Raven. What I
It's cool. It's cool. Can we talk to some others?
I'm not stopping you. Sorry, her character there, but I'm like, you're the ones who have them pinned in the corner.
He was so
Can I speak to your manager? Like someone who's a little higher up.
You mean to
Y'all
tell
know
me
what you're
Whisper's not
doing.
in any
So
of
it's
your
called Hollowed House, and it's near.
Do I know
Alley.
his name? Whisper?
Yeah, history
So
check.
from the main entrance,
guidance.
go straight from the main entrance, and then up above the party inn. So you go straight across the main entrance, right above the party inn, right above the party inn is the area.
Let's see.
Also, I'm just
18.
18.
Did they give one of these? We can do that.
There was a lot of champions from the before time,
Yeah, they haven't read the game to do
but
what.
the name Whisper does not ring a bell.
Nope.
Okay, so we're gonna go back to those books because they're wrong, and I am offended.
Mistress.
Ooh, why is it?
She brought the ferryman. Was the ferryman in there, or was it all the Raven bitch?
The Raven Queen is
That's how.
Information?
we know of the ferryman.
I mean,
Do you have her
Knowledge
templed
is
in
power.
your little
she
area?
holds the
Most of her followers survive, so yes.
I thought we killed them all.
They're but
For fuck's
That's why
sake.
you're on the detailed list.
I think
What
you
I
need to be
want to
careful
see
with that wording.
when it is, where it is.
I think we're gonna lie to them.
I thought we slaughtered them all.
You're starting to sound like a
Oh,
wolf.
What? The Raven Queen's followers had a choice. Go back to the ferryman or die. It was quite logical.
Weird. We had a conversation about this last session. I was the one talking about that.
It was quite logical. In my defense, they attacked first. That's all
I
that
was not
happened.
there, so I couldn't say anything. In
Trust-
character, at least.
Trust me, they were all holier than now. Listen, it's because of the ferryman that Asmodeus and Turok got locked away, not because of the Raven Queen. That bitch didn't do anything. I'm just saying. Anyway,
Take that, bro.
we're gonna go find some of the other ghosts. So, thanks.
Cool.
As you awkwardly finger gun in that,
Good
you
job.
walk out.
See you around.
So,
I do ask him what his favorite, if he remembers what his favorite food was.
I don't even know what food tastes like anymore.
Beef stroganoff.
I thought you were gonna say bees sugar.
Beef sugar.
I do
Are you
like
looking for wings?
we put Nick's name on the door.
I'm just over here doing my wings. I'm probably
Okay.
gonna probably disturb and watch me eat.
Probably.
I feel like
Are you? Oh, you're not naked anymore. Thank God.
Yeah, it's got pants on.
Yeah,
Just
let's take
wow.
this on.
Yeah.
So you guys head out of that doorway.
Raven
Listen, man,
Queen.
I'm a
This is
red woman.
insulting. After all the work the ferryman did, and the Raven Queen is still being absolutely
Here we go.
unacceptable.
I'll
Unacceptable.
go
The
ahead.
sacrifices that were made.
I hear that there's altars to
I'll go ahead and proc the.
This is insulting to Nyx
Okay.
too. The Nyx is the lesser to the ferryman, not the Raven Queen. She was disregarded when the shattered pieces were put back together.
So is she just like saying all this as well?
Yeah, she's just
She's just
walking
going,
and bitching.
The disrespect to Whisper. I mean, don't get me wrong. The ferryman is not my god.
Now, tell me how it makes you really feel.
He's just like the supportive guy friend over there. It's like, yeah.
Pop off.
Yeah, it's like,
Pop off.
The Raven Queen was still. Yes.
16.
Pop off.
It's still
16.
ranted and raved over when she did jack shit. She was not the one that was creating a prison for Asmodee. She was just popping off doing nothing. She was just like, I'm going to cart souls off to the afterlife and not do anything, and, you know, I'm going to judge them. No, she didn't even judge them properly. She just didn't even know how to balance anything. The ferryman, though, was fair. He was fair, which is why I don't do anything for her. And she deserved nothing.
So wait, are you talking to anybody in particular?
no, they're just talking, man.
And you know what? She deserved to have all those penises drawn all over these couples, and I don't regret desecrating any of them. And whenever I go back to your town, that's the first thing I'm doing. Try and stop me.
I will.
Do it.
So,
I have authority.
as
Used to.
Respect my authority, pup. You are a young child. You do not know. You were not there. The disrespect.
Just because you're old doesn't mean you're wise. You're still
I
alive.
am wise. You lived in a sheltered little tiny town. You don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
don't
glad
know.
because my God cared enough to bring me back.
I don't know why you're just attacking me for no reason.
What? Oh, I'm not attacking you. I'm very angry right now.
Call me a
But-
pup.
But you called me a pup. That seems kind of disrespectful for no
Oh
reason.
my god. Are you feeling hurt?
You're not human. Isn't that what little baby Cthulhu's are? What are baby Cthulhu's called? Because isn't that what like baby octopi are called?
Illicit.
The actual question, I thought baby octopi were called pups. I seriously thought they were
Probably
called
look this up.
you guys good?
No.
Hey, yeah, no.
Spill.
Oh god. Oh god.
I'm not getting you a drink anymore.
Or Google. Everyone's Googling it.
I'm dumbfounded away. So.
You know, found some.
It is actually called a fry.
A fry.
I'm
Oh, that's cute.
gonna
Called a fry.
That needs to be a highlight. No.
I'm
Oh.
gonna have a sticky.
Wait,
corner.
can Rose make more?
Man, I'm so fucking done with tonight, man. So fucking done.
Where's the cup?
I'm gonna have it.
Oh, you're pretty on.
Jesus fucking Christ, bro.
We need like rumbler sippy cups.
What are you guys doing to me?
What do you mean what?
I'm over
okay.
here.
Can I
I
have the
need
cup?
wings. I got a turtle.
Just toss the ice cubes on the floor.
Yeah. Here, do you want here?
No,
Use some
they're
more
gonna be
towels.
wet.
It's okay.
Have you
It's
ever
just
do you
water.
have, like wet socks? You ever step on wet something wet and then
Step
have
on
a
wet
wet
socks.
sock?
Have you ever stepped on wet socks?
Not particularly, but like.
Like it's just an
You're good, man.
I fucking hate the feeling of wet socks.
Honestly. Can't
Blowing
stand
up
it.
mouth though.
It's good.
Oh, well.
It's nothing that won't dry.
Yep.
We got a carpet shampooer too, so
Yep.
it'll
So,
clean up.
Hey, that's very nice. That's very nice.
you guys are listening to Farron's rant.
Is anything?
There's undead around.
Are they listening?
Every once in a while, like, one of them will stick their head out as she's, like, yelling into the sky.
The disrespect. Do I see one when they pop their head out?
No, you're too busy just complaining.
But the disrespect. Which, you know what, would be fine. It's information about the ferryman. He's still the prime now. Like, when he took back over, the Raven Queen would have been bumped out of place. Like, she's not the ferryman anymore. She's not a prime.
She was never the ferryman.
Right, but she's not a prime anymore. Not that she earned the position anyway.
Technically, don't walk away. Right?
But she would have been, like, bumped out.
Followers does she have compared to the ferryman?
But she didn't have any after our genocide. What? In all fairness, Whisper was genociding before I think there was a little bit of a crusade. That was before my time. But anyway.
So.
Thanks.
But the ferryman, I mean, was around for eons before the Raven Queen? Before the shattering happened? So...
In your divine sense, you're picking up the small blips of spirits. What's the range of divine sense?
Hey, good question. I don't fucking know. I think it's
60?
I think it's 60.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't say. It does not say. Oh, it's 60 feet. Okay. It's hidden.
Okay.
I'm an idiot.
So, yeah, you're picking up on the smaller blimps of
It's all good.
and as you guys are kind of walking and listening to Farron yell
And give a history lesson.
and
Listen,
give a history
I
lesson.
was about to say, are you complaining or educating?
I am
It
educating.
sounds to me like
Yeah,
this.
both. They're both.
It is an education. It's just a little disrespectful. The ferryman was the prime for eons, and then he gets shattered, and the Raven Queen takes over for a moment of time, and then Whisper goes out of her way to unshatter him. And do you know why he was shattered to begin with? To build a prison, because he was the only god strong enough to build a prison for Asmodeus. And he was like erased.
So what are we doing?
It's
I'm escaping into my own mind.
Okay.
We're just like,
As you guys are like slowly walking through the courtyard here, you are picking up on little pings of the spirits around and stuff like that. But as you approach the actual stone building, there's a much more prevalent ping on the second story.
so you saw if you're looking out at us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, this is why I have a lesser. Lessers are much easier to deal with than primes, I think. No disrespect to the ferryman at all, but lessers is just much easier to deal with. Much easier to deal with. Now, don't get me wrong.
It's a random thing.
She is still going at it.
What?
Wait, was Jelly's alive? Oh, wait,
Jelly.
hold on.
If it
Farron, Whisper, can I get one of the trip tests?
If, don't get me wrong. If Nick's ever wanted to become a prime, I'd do anything in my power for him I would help him with that goal. But man, I hope he never wants to become a prime, because this is just too much.
Do you know any stories of Beck testing?
A Vec?
Yes.
Do I know any stories of that?
I know they have a pretty good
Make a
restaurant.
history check.
How about the chicken flip flops?
Oh my gosh.
What is that? Yeah.
Oh, wait. And I have
Inspiration.
inspiration, don't I? I'm going to use it all because
Fucking
this is
Joe.
Beck, right?
Damn it, Joe.
It's a pretty delicious fucking restaurant that was opened by a polar bear.
With
With a stolen refrigerator?
Oh, that's where he had all our.
damn
all this-
refrigerator.
What the fuck was it called?
Are you fucking serious?
Did you get 20?
That was a natural
Oh,
time.
wow.
I'm rolling it all. Hold on.
Every town has a shink right now.
That's what the cart was earlier.
Okay. Fuck. And then your inspiration's a D6.
Thank you.
Are you dumping everything into this?
Just for the hell of it, why not?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm totally going.
She's gonna see everything.
That's so.
Okay,
So the guy that never showered.
early 20th century, like late 19th, early 20th
24.
century,
8,
late 19th.
30.
20th century.
30.
Oh,
You roll a 30.
I know how long Beck's hair was.
You know everything.
I didn't have
How
any
big
hair.
his stick was.
You gotta get
Oh,
through
that's
through
right.
a wall.
She knows everything about you.
Whisper has told you of her adventuring party and pretty much used things as a like using examples as teaching lessons and such. So yes, you have heard of Beck Halfdane.
in the context of not, or knowing what not to do.
That, but also that he got the final blow on Asmodeus.
Hell, that's damn right.
But
Damn
what
right.
the
Oh, that's
fuck
right,
about
because you
Ted
had haste
and
passed
Bovis?
on to you.
Yeah, what about the two big motherfuckers? Oh, I don't know.
Well, you-
Bovis, who've been sitting in the front with, I don't know, someone named Teddy. They've been beating the shit out of each other. Then
I
Asmodeus.
had a freaking refrigerator.
You had your rant.
I got turned into a fucking burnt chicken nugget.
You can't talk about that
No.
without talking about the Tower of Power.
Yeah.
That's true. But you have Bovis and Teddy sitting in the front, beating the fuck out of Asmodeus, as well getting the shit kicked out of him as well. Bovis was used by a club.
Not even the fact that we also rolled 3 different saves for our fucking rage thing. So we got back up 3 different times. After we died.
Rose, campaign 1 drama.
The last DC was 30.
It was.
And we still made it.
But yes, you would know of Beck Halfdane.
Alright.
Bullshit.
And chickens.
And chickens,
What's the
and he
law?
turned into
The Tower of Power.
a leather crafter in his retirement. But as you guys kind of enter
Throw your chicken to sit
this area,
That was just.
in the restaurant.
So it's like Mikey's where like they have a gift shop.
Yeah, has flip flops and stuff.
Okay.
you both looking at each other, kind of pointing where these pings are with your locate object and your divine sense.
Wait, was it written into the history?
It's pretty much the same spot.
We're playing in the same spot. That one.
That way.
That one.
Oh.
And I'm just going, I can't wait to tell Nix about all of this bullshit. I bet he doesn't know about this, but he's going to next time I see him.
I'm just gonna continue walking.
Crap.
Yeah.
So you let her go.
Everyone just kind of walks. So, you guys enter this first area, and it's all but a covered porch. You look up, there's ceiling and stuff like that, but there's statues that look like they have been either torn down or have fallen down. Moss is kind of growing up, and vines are growing up over top of the stone. There's like broken down benches, and then there's a big double door kind of in the dead center of things.
Did you want to knock on this door too?
Yeah, it would be polite to do. Unless it's the Ravenswood place and then just bust it down.
Knock on the door. No answer.
Push it open. Boop. You gotta poke it.
Slowly opens.
Is it still heavily Malor here, or are there any different like symbols?
Not heavily Malor, but there is essence of Malor. Little things here and there.
So strange.
So, you open the door, and there's a small hallway, and right in front of you is steps leading up, doors on each side. As the door kind of swings open, there's channels along the top of this room, and you're as fire kind of goes around and lights up this area.
Tis a sex dungeon. What?
Oh, what?
Your fans back.
They're suddenly off again.
Turok's not around anymore.
Everybody just looks back and I.
Oh, sex dungeon's only a Turok thing?
Well, he was like all about, chains and stuff.
Oh my.
I mean, technically it would be Linux or Celios now, but it was a Turok thing to begin with. I don't know who it would be now because
A lot of names here.
because Linux technically I think would be locked away, but I don't know if Celios would. I don't know if he wouldn't have been a prime though. So technically I've been hanging around you too much. Listen.
So you guys are staring at this room.
What?
The light.
Okay.
The light is around the top. It's probably about 6 inches off the top. It's just a small flame, but it's kind of like all around the top.
And those two doorways, as soon as we enter this door, they
Yep.
on the left and right.
Right, left and right, just like how it looks here.
And the Divine Sense to pick up anything on the bottom level here.
No, actually, with Divine Sense now, not as many spirits in here. Mainly, the spirits were in the open area. Just mainly that one bigger ping.
Did you guys want to check out anything down here, or do you want to go straight up? Okay.
I am fine with going straight up.
Is that a desk?
Yeah, wow, technically,
I see.
don't know.
Desk. I feel a big fucking rug in the next room.
You guys are like standing right here.
Okay.
So technically, that's what you see.
Alright, left or right? Or straight?
Oh, much like my political taste. Let's go down the middle. What the fuck is politics?
Yeah, let's go. Right? Left.
No.
Alright, left.
I love how you guys figure everything out by ears. And left. This is a small living area with
Not much living going on here.
with books and such like that. What isn't shown here is on the back wall here. There are like sitting on the floor is like stacks of paintings.
So if nobody's upstairs, I'm gonna take. We can sell paintings.
Paintings.
I do want to go look at the books.
Is it nude people?
So you're not too sure what they're paintings of. The first one in the one out front the most. Hold on.
It's gonna be another person that got a fucking chiseled chin.
Yes, what did the app give us this time?
Is a
Oh, damn, I'm dead.
is a halfling being. Kind of the beard kind of comes down across his face like this. A little bit of scruff. Mustache kind of twirls a little bit. Nothing really stands out about him.
Interesting. You just want to flip through these paintings like we're flipping through posters at a fucking store.
Yeah. That's a nice one.
I'd say it's either that or I was going to go look at the books.
So, you guys go up to paintings, start ruffling through them.
So they're not framed, they're rolled up?
They're in frames, sitting on the ground, leaning up against the wall.
So,
It's like a Goodwill.
while they're doing that, I'm going to go take a look at the books.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
not poster.
So, you guys move the first painting away. The second painting is a Minotaur female. Has a wooden shield. Lots of adornments of nature-esque.
I mean, like, is this like a notable historic figure, or?
Make a history check.
I'd say probably best for you to do that. I wouldn't do shit.
Man, I just want to be able to do something once. So nat 1 plus 5.
God.
It did.
Nothing that you can really think of.
No. Too late to get it.
Thick ass Minotaur. Keep thumbing through.
Can
Okay.
can I try?
Yeah, you can roll history. That'll be the second roll on this.
Oh, fuck would you know what who they are?
Books! Dumbass!
Books.
Man.
Apparently you don't read!
I'm going to look at the books.
What you do is pull out a book and
Alright, so
look,
that's a
look at it
natural
upside
20.
down.
Where's the
Natural
hungry
20.
cat?
Plus 3.
Damn, you're on the opposite end
And-
of the spectrum.
I'll roll my guides just for the hell of it.
Is the opposite end?
26.
26. With a 26, looking through these, you have no idea who these people are.
That's fair.
Yeah, you wouldn't know these people. Third photo, human male, bow and arrow, quiver on his back. Kind of hair, kind of scruffily down. Has a mustache and a goatee.
Look at his fucking mustaches.
No, I think I out of character. I think I know what this is.
Oh.
Yeah. I just realized.
Describe again. What?
Can we see pictures or are we not allowed to see yet?
Well, it would give it away.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah, it would give
So
it
can
away.
we see pictures?
the characters have seen them.
Your characters have seen them, but for you guys,
Oh.
it would give it away.
Go flip into the paintings.
Okay. Next painting. Tiefling male. Red hair.
Let's see, first party.
What's that?
Motherfucker just blurts it out.
Yeah.
Nah, he ain't good.
Tiefling male. Red hair. Horns that kind of curl and then cross in the back. Hair pulled back.
Name of form.
Two little red tops on each side.
Yeah, Minotaur.
Who's transgender?
Yeah, that's fine.
Bovina.
Got bad.
Oh.
Bovina.
Bovina.
I'm about to transition my foot up your head.
I'd like to milk that ass.
What? Oh my god.
Who says that?
No, it was what's her face?
Somebody get you on the front of her.
Oh.
Oh crap, what was her name?
I don't know the names, I just know who they
Judy.
are.
Yeah.
Judith.
Yeah.
No.
So,
Judith was a tiefling. Was a green tiefling.
Yeah.
she was green tiefling.
She do.
Oh, that's right. Wait a second. Hold on. Yeah. Who were the ones that the? Wait, am I supposed to be? Am I?
Let's just give him some good paints and find out.
Yeah.
What's the next painting?
I think it's
Next painting?
I think it's the people that helped
It's
us out.
pretty-
The people that helped us out at the very end.
Yeah, you know. You got it.
Next painting is a human female. There's actually two females in this painting. One is sitting in a chair, and one is standing behind the chair.
Is one of them a gymnast? I don't remember. I can't quite remember.
Whisper is in this painting.
Whisper was not human. He was half elf.
Oh, she's happy.
So,
She actually
Whisper,
wasn't human at all.
at the end, no?
No, she was half elf, half something else.
Well, it's Whisper.
But
You recognize her.
yeah.
And another dark hair female.
Oh, I know who she is. Baron actually knows who she is. Oh, Baron knows that one.
Those two have the symbol around her neck that Farron drew in the dust.
Hey, I knew that one. You can't
There is
I'll say
spell that one.
Let her take it. So
one last photo of that painting.
It's like a half naked like.
Actually, scratch that. There's two more.
Back Captain and Mercy.
Oh.
You failed at that.
I didn't.
You fucking did.
I didn't.
She hated you.
No, I didn't.
You guys never made up, remember? Sadly.
That's sad.
You read her poetry.
You going through the books and such like that. It looks like
I gave her a cheese sandwich.
these books were
This is
here
cheese sandwiches.
before. They weren't brought here or anything like that. The frames that they're going through is not an aesthetic of this area. The books on the bookshelf and stuff like that, they seem to be kind of uniformed, but you also see that someone has also been going through them. The dust isn't as thick on them. Dust isn't as thick on the paintings. And now that you're like looking over everything, someone's been staying here.
Wait, did you say who the final two paintings were on?
No, not yet. I'm working with his books.
Building up. Building up.
Building up to it. Building up to it.
Is there any like anything like discerning with the books? Marking something like that.
There's historical records of like trading and such like that, and of tithe paid to Malor. There's grain levels. There is a lot of it's hard to read because moisture and such has taken a toll. From what you can tell, it's more along the lines of record keeping in this area. Maybe whoever this office was more along the lines of like a mayor.
Okay. Oh, that's all I got. Well, with that general thought that I definitely had in my head, I'm gonna turn around and take a gander at that desk.
Okay.
I want to see how big of a difference 5 years can make.
Well, what?
Oh my god.
So you take a look at the desk.
Just like if there's any like discern like any drawers or anything like that, and kind of like taking a gander at the papers that are on top there.
Has drawers. They're pretty well emptied out. You find a dried up inkwell and such. The papers on top are, one is a map of this area, of this castle. Okay. So you go ahead and grab that. And you see on the map there's like almost little sketchings and like drawings on it almost.
I look like an actor.
The other pieces of paper and such like that is old correspondence. One you almost have to peel off the desk because of the moisture and such, and as you kind of pull it up, like mold particles kind of fluff up. But underneath it all as you're like moving stuff around, you find a button.
Please don't press the button.
He gave me a red button.
A button like you would wear on a shirt.
Oh, haha.
Pick up the button.
You are holding a button.
Let's go! Yeah, it's a button!
His button.
I pocket the button. I mean, like,
Okay.
that's like, is it like old shit or like
Make an investigation check.
Yeah, examine
investigate
it.
a button?
Or
Button.
Arcana.
Ooh. This shit.
Shit. What the fuck? Like a magical button. Like, turn any shirt into a button.
Gross.
So you said investigation or
Arcana.
That has become the dark world.
Secretly, you are Voldemort.
that hasn't done me wrong yet.
Hmm.
Hey. 17.
17. So,
That fucking loves me today.
the button looks ordinary. As you're kind of flipping it around a touch like that.
I did roll Arcana, but
You did Arcana. But it's enchanted. Something about it. Okay, paintings.
I'm just gonna shove the button in the pocket. Just
Okay. So you guys see the painting of these two females, one half elf, one human, one holding onto like the back of the chair. Not more along the lines of almost motherly, even though they look about the same age.
Do you want this?
Yeah, I know who they are. Well, how big's the painting?
It's like 3 by 4.
We could probably take it out of the frame and
Taking
try to.
paintings? What are we doing?
This is
need some,
sir.
madam. Ghost.
She wants to do that.
Ghost.
This is my family tree, kind of ish.
It's a short tree.
Yeah. At least from what I remember.
What's the next one?
Next one.
I just moved that one off to the side.
It is for her.
Next one is a younger child, female. Probably around the age of 14 or so. Red flowing hair, curls, very childlike. But something's in her one ear. It's something blue. It's almost stuck in her ear, almost like an earplug.
What is
Okay. Guess the next one.
Okay, the last one is an older gentleman. Graying hair, kind of slicked back. Very noble looking. Has a red coat, kind of goes about 3/4 down. Human. Try. Oh, shit.
Oh no.
Oh.
Who's that?
Definitely older. Okay. So, the next one that you kind of open up and kind of like looking through. One of these scrolls on the desk is a painting that was taken out of the frame. Human male, shorter hair, thin pencil mustache. This one has been painted over top of, almost comically with glasses. A tooth has been darkened out.
Were you here before?
No, I don't recall ever being here before, maybe in my lifetime, but no. Not in the last 25 years, let me put it to you that way. Fair? And
The 1/20th of your lifespan.
Did you guys want to? I was just like,
It looks like a kid kind of drew on this one.
Oh, maybe it was that kid from earlier. You know, screechy little one. Yeah.
what a loser. Being dead and shit. Be alive. Have you ever tried living?
try it.
Might like it.
It's interesting about the map. There's like special markings on it. Yeah, pick up a map.
You found it?
Map. I said, that's got a map and a button.
Ooh.
It's a magical button.
It's a magical one.
Button.
Nice.
What? The fuck?
Come on, that's ammonium nitrate. It's gonna blow up.
And?
Little Steve Jobs. With my balls.
They also have D&D to run for.
What?
Yeah, they have like a one shot. People like they run it for. Well, they run it for like an hour or two or something like that. Or
That's cool.
like it's like you.
If you just sit down and just like, all right, characters.
You can,
Characters
you can
made
do
now.
you can do pre-made, or I think they can help you make one
Oh,
like
that's so
a quick
cool.
build,
Okay.
and they help you teach the basics.
That's nice.
Okay, so I'll just I'll set the painting down.
Okay.
I did want to take a double look at the map because you said there was like special markings.
So you can see where it looks like the hand that might have vandalized the one map or the one painting made like markings of almost defensible areas of the map. The map is older than the markings on top of it. And you see where the cart was, you see the word slope written on it.
Dick. Okay. That didn't help.
There's other like little markings, like there's a one off to the side. It just has like a little tick mark, and it has E.H.
E.
E.H.
So like, is this like a regional map, or is this like a?
It is just of this town.
Did any of the paintings have like a symbol of the painter on it? Like a initials or anything like that?
Make an investigation check for perception.
Pop the
It'll be
back of the frame. How are they framed? Like, are they just
They're in full-fledged
like
frame.
canvas over a frame?
Yep.
Or
Yep, they're acrylic
Canvas
paints.
Oh, paints.
And they're stretched onto a canvas, and then they are framed around it. Very nicely done.
Guidance, not molestation.
anything on the back?
Yes.
Flip it over, nothing really on the back.
Oh my god.
You gave him bad luck.
I gave bad luck. What do you mean?
He got a freaking one.
That one.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
No kind of maker's marking.
Any idea how
It's
old
hard to
they
look
are?
at this with one fucking eye.
It's hard to tell because they're not as they're old,
It's like
but they have been moved. Like everything around, before you guys came into the castle part, nothing had been moved around. The castle area seems to be almost lived in.
Hello?
Ooh.
You call out hello?
Oh, that's a good point. The fireplace.
Thoughts.
Oh.
Detect thoughts.
Because I can, like, besides everyone else, I think I can see if I can find anybody.
Yep. So detect thoughts. What's the range of detect thoughts?
Infinite. It's a fucking system. Should be like 30 something feet.
30 feet?
Give or take.
No other thoughts of anyone except your party members.
I would imagine we need to like read my thoughts, just like fucking white noise.
Okay, so like, is this room in particular? But like, it seems like this room in particular is lived in, or the
hallway that you guys first originally came to, and now this room seems to have had the dust kind of stir up.
Okay, so like, is there like noticeable trails in the dust? Like,
There is a clear kind of path.
Okay, and do I notice, am I able to use Artificer's Lore to detect any sort of like trapdoor or hidden doorway or anything like that?
Make an investigation check.
Artificer's Lore.
Yes.
Yeah.
As a gnome. Investigation?
Yep.
God damn it, man!
Stop using the app.
Hey, look at the chat.
He gave you inspiration. I'm gonna ban you guys from giving each other inspiration.
No.
I just want him to do like that all clear.
We're using it to our advantage.
Okay, well, that was a nat 1.
Oh,
again?
wow.
Listen, man.
You stop using the app. Use something else.
Looking around, that one's failed no matter what.
I don't care.
Okay.
Looking around, there's no kind of trap or anything like that that you can see. The rug is just as dirty as everything else.
Dirty.
You can't really see any kind of
So looking
flooring
for
or anything.
seams in the walls, things that they don't notice. Don't notice anything.
Nope.
No shit.
Inspiration to I need to stop giving people shit. Like,
The drink was really good. I'm fucking pissed about it.
I can make you another.
I'm so fucking pissed about the whole. It was the soda, and then I went. And like, God,
suck it out of the table.
ah, so fucking.
One thing after another.
Still fucking pissed. I might go to Barbarian.
You switching Barbarian on the worst.
Okay, so you guys want to go through the door, or
Hold
you
on.
want to go upstairs?
Yes, Farron.
The paintings. I know the room looks like it's been in recently, but do the paintings look like they've been recently taken down from the walls? Like, do they look like they...
Looking around, there's no outline on the walls that these would go to.
In here, at
And
least.
here.
Okay.
So these would have been brought in from somewhere else, maybe with the intention of hanging them up in here?
Or for some reason, for studying purposes, or something. I mean, I'm still not 100% sure where Whisper comes in to all of this. I mean, it would make sense that she would be protecting Whisper's whole thing was Whisper was solely dedicated to the Ferryman. Yes, she had a big vendetta against the Raven Queen. And, I mean, I truly did not do as much with the Raven Queen but my thing was Nyx, but her sole purpose was the Ferryman, and the Ferryman's sole purpose as a prime was passing souls into the afterlife. So now that souls cannot pass, it would make sense that she would create some sort of safe haven, which makes sense because after the primes were locked away, there has been, souls don't know where to go. They get stuck, or they're much like myself, or what Amon's going through right now is souls are going into other bodies. So it would make sense in a way, sort of protection. If souls don't have a place to go, that a place would be created.
So this is a safe haven for spirits?
That's the only thing that makes sense. I'm just still not sure. There's a couple pieces that are missing. But Malore doesn't make sense, because if it's Whisper, there's no sign of the ferryman. I mean, it would be the ferryman, or at least Lennox or Celios, because she was very close with the two of them. But I mean, it would be the ferryman.
What if Malore's a red herring, or Whisper changed allegiance?
And absolutely not. And that is one thing. I mean, no disrespect, but it was just Whisper went to extreme lengths to bring the ferryman back, but has there been anything from the ferryman here at all? There's been nothing, but everything on point to protecting souls to keep them from being. I mean, there's nothing here that's keeping them trapped. It does truly look like they're happy and protected here, and we are the threat.
They were protected.
But so this is very on par for something Whisper would do, but there's no sign of her here other than this painting that we haven't found where it was at. So I feel like a lot of pieces missing. Something's not adding up.
Did any of the paintings look like any of them was a druid or a cleric? If I could glean anything off of them.
Well, technically Whisper was a cleric.
Look, kind of spreading them all out on the floor and kind of looking them over. Definitely the two females, the one standing and one sitting in a chair, they have what you know as the ferryman's symbols clearly displayed on them.
Yeah.
The kind looking over, the only other thing is maybe the female Minotaur druid ranger, maybe something, but she was holding a wooden shield.
I'm sure there was other worshippers. Sure.
I'm sure that there was only.
Is that his real voice?
There's coughing up his brains from here. I just, from everything I know about her, she would have hidden, even if she was being protective of the ferryman in those times, she would have hidden it somewhere. I mean, if anything, that's who she was. It's just who she was. So it seems like there's just a lot of puzzle pieces. The protective part makes sense, but the particular god doesn't quite match up, and maybe not using the god, her using another god is fine. I mean, she was fine with Nyx. There were others in her coven that followed lessers, as long as they didn't completely go against the ferryman. Because the thing about the ferryman is it kind of follows that natural cycle that, people die. It's all about killing the souls and making sure they don't get stuck. But to not have anything from the ferryman hidden anywhere just doesn't seem quite right. Unless we just haven't run across it yet. But did I know any of the other people?
Roll me a history check. You might have met the one standing.
Mm-hmm. I see. Good.
Stretch imposter checks.
I just did the stretch.
Do the stretchies.
What the?
Oh,
What kind of stretch is that?
It's a stretch, idiot.
16.
Let's go.
Ooh, you knock over one more thing.
Yeah, I'll go over again. Come on.
You know the first name. Don't know.
Fucking bitch.
Don't know much about her. She visited Coven maybe once, twice, maybe.
You realize that?
She didn't stay long, but you know her as Natasha.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so all signs point to this being a haven for spirits, like wayward spirits.
Or anybody in general. Say maybe.
Lost spirits?
Well, so after, from what I remember from what Whisper told me, when the ferryman was shattered, her biggest issue with the Raven Queen was her lack of earning the role. The Raven Queen she just didn't take the souls into consideration. She just like grabbed the souls and just tossed them in whatever direction they needed to go with. And the ferryman was able to follow a different set of rules because how he was like born in, like the ferryman walked the path between both of the worlds, so he wasn't restricted by the same set of rules. I feel like it's more of a safe haven for spirits because for a while the ferryman was locked away, Whisper carried the ferryman's staff. Even though the Raven Queen was doing the role, Whisper was taking care of the souls. Whisper was holding the souls, not the Raven Queen, because the Raven Queen wasn't tending to the souls the way that the ferryman was. Does that make sense? And then when the ferryman came back, he was able to take care of the souls the way that they were again until the primes were locked away. So I feel like it's more of a safe haven for souls, I guess, to prevent them from becoming either lost or going into another person and becoming a quarry.
So you think it's like somebody like
Kalistar, thank you. A Kalistar.
Well, did you already do detect magic?
No.
So do you think it's somebody kind of like Whisper that's
You
trying
think
to
it'll
do
be worth
stuff
to do
for
detect magic?
either
Yeah,
the
button.
Raven Queen or
Maybe we'll
somebody?
pick up a button.
What do you think?
I think were the gods locked away? When were the gods locked away? In regards with like
Compared to your death,
Whispers, yes.
they were locked away after your death.
But were there like uprisings to like this was a long time coming? This wasn't somebody just woke up and was like, let's lock the gods away today. It was like a
There was a good 20-year war.
yeah. So I think this was like they knew it was coming, so it was like in case this happens, let's do this because the ferryman was prime. So I think it was a failsafe for in case it happened, then a place like this would like trigger. And then it would be like a I don't want to use the word purgatory, but yes. But not a bad purgatory.
More like just a temporary, like, safe place, temporary safe house kind
Like
of
a
thing.
limbo. Until the primes were unlocked or something could happen to where the souls could pass on as they should and not get lost or in a Kalistar or something.
So these souls need to be technically ferried to the underworld?
Well, not the underworld, but to where they need to go. But yes, but they can't do that because there's nothing. There's no like if they were to be unlocked from this place, it's unknown what would happen to them. It's unknown, and that's the problem. Because I didn't even go into a body at first. I don't even really know where I was for hundreds of years, and then I was. So I think this is like a limbo. I think this was a failsafe. So there could be more of these around, perhaps. Crazy.
Explain some items this whisper may have carried, but I could locate objects if possible.
Yeah.
If she gives a good enough description.
Yeah, she can take some time, describe some of the symbolisms.
I could draw some in the like dust and.
I'm just seeing if we could find anything here.
Yeah. So she kind of takes a little bit of time, explains the staff and rod.
Yeah, now it's because, like I said, Whisper was this was a long time coming, so she would have most likely begun to create some fail-safes as a worst-case scenario. As a just in case?
Did you spill something?
No, I didn't.
No, I did not.
It's empty. It's empty. It's just the principle. I am calm. I am calm.
Austin, wisdom saving.
So, in the grand technicality of all of this, we just killed their defender.
Okay.
So we make a new one.
I'll make new one.
Well, the person, I'm assuming you told us about the angry lady in your head.
You have voices in your head too?
Sometimes.
Did you?
I haven't mentioned it yet.
Now you have it.
Okay, never mind then.
I just mentioned that I need to stop
just-
eating weird shit.
Okay, never mind then.
So,
We're gonna draw to acid and sleep.
Well, we can maybe figure something out before we leave, but I mean that just seemed like a no-win situation. It was him or us. We can't do anything about that, but we can maybe figure something out before we leave. I'm sure that there are other fail-safes. I mean, if it's Whisper, she's gonna have more than one fail-safe in place. So
Do you think she's angry that we killed the wolf?
nah, she'd probably be a little proud if I know her. Oh, she broke into Raven Queen's temples and drew penises everywhere. She'd be a little proud.
Is there any way we can contact her or anything?
Not through me. And maybe next time I see Nyx, but that's kind of like I don't know. It's been.
At some point, I'll try to attempt something like an object or two.
I will.
a locate object.
Now that I have a little bit more information, next time I commune with Nyx, I will ask if he knows anything. I'm sure he's privy to this, so.
So locate object on the shepherd's hook part of the weapon of the ferryman. No ping.
No ping. Okay.
No ping.
We've only talked to one spirit so far, right?
Find others.
Upstairs.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we just continue to talk to as many spirits as we can to try and get an idea of what exactly is going on. I'm also curious to know who is either living here or spending time here.
You find nothing upstairs.
And whether
So I say we just
they're appreciative of all of these people in these pictures or benevolent.
Well, I mean,
Or just
Maybe
perhaps
they'll find
studying.
out.
Yeah, they could just be curious and studying.
Mayhaps.
I say we continue exploring.
Alright.
Okay.
Explore.
Where are you guys heading? There's a door on the other side. There's the hallway back that you can go. Go to the other
I'm
side.
just out.
Go and peek your head in.
I'm just going.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Survey.
I'm just taking the staircase down.
Oh, it's a kitchen.
Love it.
this is the kitchen area. This has been used here recently, probably about the same amount of as that office. There's a clear kind of walk path that the dust has kind of not been able to settle as much.
Does it lead to the creepy stairs?
It doesn't lead to the creepy stairs. There are crates and stuff like that. There's a lot of deteriorated things in here. There is water in the basin, like you see it there. And what you can't see here is that there is piles and piles and piles of animal bones.
Word. Socially.
Things are run down. The kitchen area, there's a lot of like broken things. It's almost like a shelf would give way and everything kind of like fell off the shelf.
Stone fridge.
The water in the basin is that from a well? Is that coming from a well?
Yes. If you look at it closely, it looks like it's a hand pump from a well.
Okay. So, the water in the basin itself stagnant or seems relatively fresh?
Seems relatively fresh.
Any other? Said animal bones, but is there any other provisions, food stores?
No other food stores except for animal bones. And they are as neatly as can be in a pile. In the one corner over here.
Jump in the Paladin.
And nothing else of interest?
There. Do you want to make a perception or investigation check?
Yes, investigation check
Okay.
for anything of interest. 18.
18. Looking around. There's. I mean, it's. Most of it has not been used here of late. There are areas that have just been left to decay. Be that it was unneeded or just unkept. There are the main pathway that you kind of see kind of walking through is literally from this door to the pile of bones.
Okay, the pile of bones, now are the bones themselves like completely bare of flesh?
Looking them over and such like that, some of the more fresher things still have even meat on them.
Okay, now, does it look like that meat has been gnawed, or is it neatly trimmed off the bone?
It looks like neither.
Neither?
Looks like neither.
Look at this.
It looks like it was almost just killed and left.
Okay. So a spoopy basement or
Sacrifice?
Okay, now...
Sacrificing animals? I mean,
like...
not if it's my coven, but
choose your nature to figure out what kind of animals. I don't know. It's goats and they're fucking deep people.
I mean, has it been processed? Like, I'm sorry, so you say neither. So, like, neither gnawed or cleaned off the bone with a knife. I mean, is there anything to suggest, like, butchering?
There's no tool marks on any of the
tool marks
bones.
at all. Is this anything? Have I seen anything like this before?
Make a history check.
So someone who has religion should do religion too. Some cult shit.
It's a 15 with a
I guess I have to.
Then I don't have any.
Inspiration is a d6.
Yep.
Guidance. Guidance.
Gotta guide everything. Guide it all.
Guidance.
Baby.
Guide.
And what are we doing right now?
He's looking at, there's a pile of animal bones in the corner
Okay.
that looks neither gnawed nor butchered. So he's like trying to remember if there's anything.
23.
23. So, kind of thinking about the hunch that you would go on as like more along the lines of like a diplomat thing. And I mean, there's got to be at least like an arrow nick of a bone or something. You don't see even that.
And this isn't cured meat. This is just.
It's tossed like a dead animal was tossed in a corner.
But there's no fur.
There'll be like little tufts of fur still attached to the skin.
And do I have any sense of what type of animal or animals?
Mainly deer. You find a lot of like what you would know as deer skulls, just from being out on the road and being able to hunt and stuff like that. You do find some smaller mammals. Rats. Cats.
Bats.
Hats.
You find parts of a pig.
So an odd assortment of animals.
Yes. There's no
rhyme or reason to any of this.
There's no set amount. There's no set like they're all deer or they're all wild or they're all farm animals. There's no real pattern to it.
Did you just slap me in the face?
You alright over there?
Sorry.
Gravity.
These things I imagine are in varying levels of decay.
Yep.
I imagine the ones towards the bottom of the pile are
more decayed.
Can I ritually cast detect magic?
Sure.
I have ritually cast.
So, ritually casting detect magic, you take about 10 minutes. His pocket starts glowing.
What'd you do?
What do you have? Hand it over.
That little butt.
Hey, you got something in your pocket.
It's a
What's in your pocket?
And
it's a cock ring.
It's kind of small.
It's almost time shaped.
And nothing else. Nothing magical in this room.
On the bright side, there's nothing sinister on bones.
It's my bird side.
Can I see what?
No.
What?
My button.
I just want to see what. Wait, give it
Just
right
a
back.
tiny object in his pocket.
I know it's
Can I see it? Or can I be in close proximity while we both
So
examine it?
there's that. Maybe you were just frightened to death. Or disease.
Sorry. So are you
It's really
looking
not
at the
a
button or are you holding the button? Is he giving you the
I
button?
don't know. He's being a bitch about it.
I'm confused as well.
He's being a bitch about it.
Do not confuse your DM. What's going on?
Don't
May I
God.
hold the button? Thank you, sir. You can.
So
All right,
we're
that's enough.
not
Settle
able
down.
to use anything from the pile.
Not really.
Just said it's stacked very neatly, you said?
It's
About average.
It's very concentrated. It's not like the bones are stacked, but it's definitely that's the bone corner.
It's a pile.
That's the
Dude, it was
bone
the
corner.
bone corner.
That's the
That-
bone corner.
That do be bone corner.
That do be bone.
Do you need a sippy cup?
Yeah.
Apparently.
And Rose recommended like one of those twist on caps.
Yeah.
Yeah, something.
You know, I don't need it.
Dude, a 5-minute crafts where they cut the top of a 2-liter and hair dry it on in the can. Vigilance.
So what's the button?
You holding this button out in the palm, kind of looking at it. A small image of a person.
It's Princess Leia. No man belonging to me.
Who is this? Who's this person?
And
I wish to know.
a human male, kind of flowy robes, long black hair, almost all going every which way, kind of pulled also back, like the top half is pulled back into a ponytail, but then the bottom half is just down. And he goes, to the holder of this button.
That's me.
War is coming for you. Seek out sanctuaries. Find those who you trust. Get to the safe havens. Do not let this button fall into enemies' hands.
You watching too?
Yeah. Let's see here.
So this is one
Just
of
give him like one of your buttons or something.
Oh, yeah. There's a button. Hold on.
What?
A word.
Tell them Mirda sent you.
Oh, do I know that?
Wait.
Do you know that? You wouldn't know that.
He's not done.
Tell them Mirda sent you. And the answer to the riddle is nectar.
Nectar.
And if 8.
So somebody received this button and its message came here, a safe haven, and here the button remains.
Oh wait, no. Wait. We've heard the name Merida before.
You have?
That was in the room with the painting before we jumped through. So this is an old button. Oi! This is the previous war. This is the old war. This is
Like the war from you?
this is from the cleric genocide. So you're good. I mean, you're still not good, but you're good.
You're still not good, but you're good. You're still not good,
Are
but
we
you're
talking
good.
about in the moral stance or are we talking about the physical stance? Because we were talking about good and evil.
I mean, you're a cleric, so you're still being hunted, but this is from the original genocide. That guy, that name,
So the joke was.
that's the guy.
Roll me a history check. You roll me a history check.
I guess I can only do guidance.
I
One.
got it first.
Technically, guidance is, I think, a concentration spell
Oh.
for 1 minute.
There we
You
go.
each get a D2.
What the fuck? That's a natural 20.
You said history?
Mm-hmm.
25.
25.
He knows everything.
It's cause
Silver bar.
this is my specialty. Being old is dirt.
Oh, that's such bullshit.
Oh,
That looks like fucking 18 on the screen.
that's so
That is
stupid.
definitely 18.
Yeah. What
That's
the
definitely
hell?
18.
Bullshit.
How can a die be cocked on a stand? It's only once. 18 was facing up.
You can re-roll it then. I'll
Go
re-roll.
with 18. Go with 18. It's a liar.
That was legit bullshit.
Yeah.
Because there was one, like, megapixel.
Yeah.
Like, one pixel.
That's
Or
what
was it a micropixel?
My
That's what I'm saying. How can a 3D dice on that be cocked?
Middle of the road.
10? D.
I was not expecting it. It was just like
So, Farron going, we know that name. We know that name. You're like, yeah, we do from somewhere.
Very good, good job.
Farron,
Oh!
you guys came across a letter
oh yeah, that puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have that letter.
of Sakuria Willagast, which she refers to Mirda Willagast, Pyromancer of the Resistance.
His name Lucas. Oh,
Oh,
Pentecost.
yeah, the house in the first campaign that you ripped the fridge out of the wall. That's where you heard that name before. No. Sorry, continue.
You might actually know him from your life. At least I have heard of him from your life whenever you were alive. He is the son of Valen and Freya Willagast.
Oh,
Virgilus.
Son of
the Bridgeless.
the Bridgeless.
To be fair,
You have to ruin their home for them.
tell us we could take whatever we wanted.
It's so funny I can slap
I mean,
He did say we can take one of
Use his house. Use his house to like.
So
But
funny I
it
can
wasn't
slap and
even.
leave.
You walked in and you were like, "That's a nice fridge."
I didn't know what the fucking fridge was. I was like,
The
oh, hey.
door wasn't even closed, and you were just like,
I tear apart his cabinets and take his fridge.
Yes. I rolled a fucking, like, a 25.
Yeah.
For that.
"Yeah." The door was still wide open, and you're, "That's a nice fridge."
So,
I didn't know what a fridge was. I was like, oh.
Farron, you
Chest
would,
of cold, whatever.
Just a chilling or something.
yeah,
like that.
it was just as chilling. Farron, you would know that whenever the Cleric World Wars started, Valen and Freya escaped to the Feywild. Now, the cat's claws.
Oh, Val's with the flag.
Their children returned. And because of how the Feywild acts, their children returned kind of in the past more. So some of them were generals in the Cleric World Wars on both sides. So brother fought brother, brother fought sister, sister fought brother.
Brother, fuck.
The Willowgas had a very heavy hand in the Cleric Wars on both sides. So.
Okay. So, but regardless, this button, that message is not for right now. That was for
Centuries ago.
yes,
Mystical.
the original genocide.
I'm still gonna pocket.
So this isn't
No.
word.
What a historical artifact.
Yeah, I'm smart.
The shirt has to
I'm
be.
about to command that.
Interesting.
And this.
Man, give.
Give now.
So. But as far as the power bones,
So part of the willow.
Command.
Sorry, not to interrupt. Part of the willow gas are wolves.
That's 3 words.
yes, some of them sided with the wolves.
We're a bunch of losers.
Chumps. See you, chump.
That's gotta suck.
Go back in time and like look at ancestors' asses.
Well, not
Not
yeah, but
Let's look at the family tree.
stuff.
That's a deviation.
No. Baron is not a Willowgas descendant.
She knows up.
I know of them, but I
Or
obviously missed the button.
Clearly.
I missed the button.
you missed the button back.
Clearly, that might have been my button.
What if it is?
You want
But
do you want it now?
maybe that's the
That's a big fucking
painting
fly.
on the
Sorry.
table with the with the drawing all over it. That's that guy. So they went to the Feywild, but then some of them came back, but back in time.
Correct. The Feywild, because you've heard of Whisper's instance of some of her party going to the Feywild
for some salmon.
Yeah, there was something about like thunder, or
Wait, were you
they
in that
destroyed like an entire ecosystem.
Sure, you could just rob me.
There's
for
no
fishing.
day. It's
But-
day. It's
whenever they
And there was the best bow. Her best bovine stayed. I know that.
This bitch.
Good guy.
So whenever you come back from the Feywild, it's kind of randomized. You can go forward in time, you can go back in time. Unless you have someone on the Feywild kind of aiming you, it's hard to go back to the same time you came through.
And all the children ended up in the same time. Why didn't the parents stop them? That sucks.
I mean, I guess if they all went in together.
Teenagers, you know.
I just know I missed the button. But it's,
I didn't.
I
Okay.
mean, I'm just saying that. Okay, what?
She missed the button in her life.
Yeah,
I get you.
I missed the button in my life, but it's cool. It's cool. Nick's got me. Nick's got my back. Okay, back to the bone. Sorry.
Okay.
Just like a curious aside, is the Guardian being a wolf almost in mockery of the wolves? Just like I said, just a kind of curious. All right, I want to know what the fuck's going on.
Okay.
So I'm
Where are you guys
going-
heading?
Wait, are we moving away from the blue thingy?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's upstairs.
Are we going upstairs? Do we want to do that?
Well, yeah, we can.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Isn't that?
It's either that or we go to creepy basement.
Well, let's find the upstairs first. I'm not so sure
I
about
kind of want to go creepy.
Well, I don't think the finding upstairs is the problem. There's stairs. They go up.
Oh,
We can go back to the basement a bit.
Weird.
So you guys
I
head
mean,
up,
we're already.
go back to the main hallway, or in the basement?
Main hallway.
Main hallway.
Okay.
We'll
We'll
go
Back to the main
Whichever
hallway.
way the rest of the party goes, that's where I'm gonna go.
We'll go to the basement. Promise.
we just gotta go to the big blue thing first.
Up to the main stairs.
We won't forget.
Kind of branch off on the top. You can go left or right. Kind of looking at it from the main landing area, looks like it leads to the same room. Almost like a grand staircase situation.
That's some age.
Or which door?
So what are the options? Left or right?
It's left or right, but it leads to the same room.
What do you want? Left or right? You want right?
Yes.
All right, we're going left. Let's go.
You go left? Alright. So you guys
They lead the same
turn left. I don't
It's still one.
I don't have a map of this, so we'll have to use our map. But you guys enter a big great room.
Oh, this is great.
Why not an okay one?
It's fine. This looks like the place where whoever is living here spends most of their time. There's actually still a fire going. There is little alcoves that kind of line each wall. One has a statue of a being that has like a goat's bottom. Like that bottom half of them is a goat.
Satyr? Or...
The satyr-esque individual.
Why
It's
is
a
this so
statue.
flamboyantly?
Questions.
Huh?
Well, two things.
Yeah.
Fire, is it burning low? Or does it seem like somebody recently fit?
That's a good question.
Kind of looking it over, it looks like it hasn't been fed here lately.
Then I'm going to proceed to investigate the rest of the room using Artificer's Lore to check for hidden doorways, compartments, etc.
Okay. Okay. Make an investigation check for me. So
what's
there,
in this room?
it's a big open room. So on each side, there's like about 3 alcoves. Some of them are missing some of the statues. The 2 that remain is this satyr-looking individual and a individual made out of like wood, almost like twisted vines, like a living tree. There is a cot close to the fire, with a decanter kind of hanging off the side of it. There's a few books spewed about around the cot. Then at the very other end of it, you see almost like a 3 pillared crystal of pale blue. The center one's the tallest, and then one kind of jets off this side, and then one's kind of short on the other side. It's pretty thick, and surprisingly, not as covered in dust as the other stuff.
Familiar?
Familiar.
Okay.
Roll 13.
13?
I got the 40s on.
Okay. Looking around and such like that, you do find a little escape hatch back towards the stairs where you guys came up at.
Okay, so in the event that this place was compromised or infiltrated, that's what they would use to get the fuck out of there?
Seems like it.
Am I able to get the escape? I assume I'm able to get the escape hatch open. And stairway?
It is a rope ladder, and it leads. You see this little cubby right here?
Yes.
Leads back into that to where you can loop around and go out the kitchen area.
Oh, damn.
Does it seem like it was recently used?
I'll roll your investigation check over with that, and the dust is stirred up in that hallway.
Let's go. God damn it. 6.
No, I rolled your.
Oh, sorry.
I rolled your 13 over.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make you investigate every little inch.
Yeah.
But yes, it does look like the cobwebs and stuff in that short little hallway has been utilized.
So possibly they just recently endured it. I'm gonna follow it. I'm just gonna take some back into the kitchen.
Yep.
Does anybody care to join me? Because I'm likely gonna end up going down the stairs.
I thought you were looking at the crystal.
I wanted to look at the crystal, but here we go. I'll come with you.
So.
Okay.
Making my way. Making our way.
I'll
If
go
you
with them.
want-
That's more important.
Yeah, about to say, you need to look at the
Okay.
crystal because you're the one that had the little.
So, hidden secret tunnel group, crystal group.
Crystal.
Your
Okay.
3 brain cells connected.
With our powers
Or
combined.
do we just hang tight and go as a group?
Oh no, we go.
I'll go.
We get kidnapped.
We're balling.
With our powers combined, we are Squirrel.
That brand as well.
So, crystal group.
It just sounds like
Kind of walking up to this. This is probably where the dust has been disturbed the most.
Oh, you're right now.
It's almost as if the top of the crystal, so the face of the crystal is right here, and it's almost as if it was all but polished and cleaned regularly. The side crystals not so much, but this main center one.
Can I glean anything off of what these possibly are?
Make a nature check.
Nature! What?
I'll tell you, if you don't do good, I can do it. I don't know how your
Yep.
nature is.
yeah, Miss Nature.
It's a wisdom, so it should be pretty good.
Yeah, you're right.
I got a +3, it's okay.
I got +7.
Fuck.
D20.
Mr. Krabs.
Plus 2. 22.
So, it's weird, because these aren't seem very naturally formed crystals. It's almost like that they were like mined and then brought here for a specific reason. And it's all one solid piece. Except for a small crack that goes around the main crystal. Almost acting like a lid.
Oh, there's a crack in one of them?
Yeah, it looks like a man-made line that goes around the face of this crystal, almost like a lid.
Okay. Can I open the lid?
You try to pry on the crystal lid.
The lid. Yeah.
The lid, Patrick. The lid.
It does not budge.
Okay, so it's like kind of fastened.
There's something holding it.
Oh yeah.
Just take your other hand off it.
Oh.
But as you there and you try and pull on this lid, you hear a loud
Fuck.
And you hear it. Yes.
Do we hear this?
You're in the tunnel, aren't you?
Now you're.
Well, we're making.
Both of you make a perception check. Because it's pretty quiet.
Excuse me.
15.
15?
I think I have a +0 perception, so. I have +2. Doesn't matter. 3.
You hear nothing.
I'd say you hear it. It's that thud. Because it's a big open area and kind of echoes.
So is it more like you feel it then?
It's almost like something heavy hit the floor.
So I turn back to
Come on.
He's just grooving.
You don't hear shit.
Didn't hear anything.
What?
That loud sound. No. Okay. We should probably turn back. And we can do that after we go and check out what the loud sound was that came back from the place that we were just at. Right.
Gee, thanks.
5 is better than 3 typically.
Don't do that math.
Math is hard. Math, not mathing.
What actually makes more surface area, a 3 or a 5?
Crystal group.
Yeah.
We'll walk back, yeah.
As Vigilix is there, kind of stood back from this loud thud. The crystal itself is pretty deep. It's probably 2-3 feet deep.
Word.
And
No, crystal.
you
I've seen some horrifying things. Not that I'm actually. I saw a post on Facebook, and it took a second to register. There was like somebody selling butt plugs in an antique mall.
Anyway.
But it had like taxidermy and animal heads and shit on, like little possum heads. I was like, oh, it's fucked up, man.
Word.
Like, oh, what's that coming out of your butt?
Is that a chipmunk?
Anyway. What are we looking at?
you see a face in the crystal. It's strange. It's a female face.
He's gonna get sucked into the crystal and walk back, and just
But-
the chamber's empty.
If you would give a person mage, like an animal, that's kind of what it looks like as far as like her hair goes.
Oh my god.
Her skin's kind of pulled back. Her ears are a little pointed. And you see she's kind of wrapped up in something. And there's fangs. And she's scraping at the crystal now. almost feral-like.
She inside the crystal.
We're gonna not open this.
What'd she look like?
If I had to take a guess, maybe one of the night creature variety that may or may not bite your neck.
Oh, they're not always so scary. I'm gonna take a look.
No. Well,
I think, can we see it?
Yeah,
Can we look at
I
the
heard
crystal? Okay.
this individual's face is like smashed up against the crystal now, almost like gnawing. Like you can hear the scraping. It's like nails on the chalk of her fangs scraping on the back of the crystal.
Cool.
Was my assumption close? A creature of the night that bites necks.
Red, curly-esque hair,
A vampire.
but there's patches, and then smooth skin. You guys come back.
So we walked it. Were we able to see this thing inside the crystal?
Oh yeah, you guys see all of them kind of standing around.
How big is this crystal? Is this crystal
Yeah.
like a mirror? Or does it look like a full body's in there? Like what?
How big is the crystal?
Yeah.
Like, feet wise or
It's
whatever?
probably about 6 feet by 3 feet.
Okay, because I was imagining something
So
like
this is like a
big.
No.
coffin-sized crystal.
Yes.
Oh,
Like
okay.
huge.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm not sure.
So is this thing trying to get out of the crystal to get the?
I'm making a huge assumption.
Are we able to communicate?
Yeah,
With the thing?
You're
you can
diplomat.
certainly try.
What's the assumption?
From the teeth, slightly pointed ears, I'm thinking vampire.
It's a crystal.
Oh my god. That's a crystal.
The fangs scrape like nails on a chalkboard onto the crystal.
I am going to press my face up against the crystal because I am smart.
Can I
Okay.
can I set up a telepathic link?
We'll get back to you.
Whenever he's done.
Oh, yeah.
So you, being somewhat short, you kind of
I'm gonna get sucked into this fucking thing.
Oh my gosh.
Shit.
are you doing like this to look in?
On second thought, I'm just gonna say, hey girl. what's up?
Okay. You get a hey girl. You do a hey girl, what's up?
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Oh boy.
You set up a telepathic link.
Yeah.
Does she not respond to him? That's really rude.
That's pretty rude.
Yeah,
She is just gnawing at this crystal.
What a bitch.
Is she hungry? You hungry?
Hungry girl?
Like food?
Who are you?
Look like you can eat.
What?
I hear hearts. I heard stopping.
I think we have some cheese. I think I've got some leftover cheese.
Where?
You like cheese?
From Monday.
What the hell is that?
Real shaky. Real shaky.
Oh, over here. Hi. Yeah. Hello.
Oh my god.
Hello.
I'm gonna palm him.
What's this vampire during my time?
Whoa, whoa.
Yes.
So
Tap
Whisper
it on the
told
crystal.
me because she was changed.
Well, like she, whereas like she used to.
When a person is changed into a vampire, there's a period of time that they need to be contained and isolated. I believe Whisper's time was about 50 years.
Oh.
Because their instinct is to
So they're very
feed and feed
feral,
only until
very puppy.
yes, until they come back to themselves, and then they have. It's kind of like an infant. They are born and they eat and sleep, and that's all they do. That's kind of like a vampire. That's eat and that's it, and then they kind of revert back to how they were, and they can control their food impulses.
Are they normally put into crystals?
I
Is this
don't.
normal?
Whispers make her took her
So artificer
away.
also pertains to magical items.
Okay.
So I don't
Can
know.
I do I
But she
have
was
any
definitely
idea
not
what this
around.
thing-
Like Whispers make
like
her
what the crystal is? It
contained or
Do I
controlled
know anything
her.
about it?
Just like in an
The
area.
crystal itself is
Wherever,
not
yeah.
magical.
Damn it. Do I know anything about it?
Ooh, what kind of crystal?
Artificer also pertains to technological devices. Let's see here. Magic items, alchemical objects, or technological devices.
None of
Does it
those.
fall under any of those things?
Nope. It's a natural appearing crystal.
Oh.
But it's a little concerning as to where her maker is, because her maker should be
So,
containing
as
her.
Maybe they ran away.
Ian, somebody who has spent a great deal of time dealing with
Probably.
ores,
Mm-hmm.
fine gems, things of that nature.
Well then,
Or she.
Do I have any knowledge?
yeah, but good.
Roll a
then.
nature check.
Oh, there you go.
Or history. I'll give you history as well. Guidance.
What am I getting?
Is that the noise of guidance?
Well, I can't touch them.
He wants to touch you.
Use guidance.
High five.
Watch your soda.
For the fifth time.
Despite the fact that my history is +5, and it's 13.
13. So you've come across crystals in the mines and such like that. A crystal like this is one in a lifetime find. Something that big, that large. Not really made by magical means, but perhaps maybe a little bit by divine intervention. But as far as like the materials and such like that, it's naturally forming, but usually not this big. You know, it's heavy. It's heavy. It's a heavy crystal.
Yeah.
Dense.
That fat crystal.
Oh my, so
It's a very dense crystal.
So,
And know what you know of it makes perfect sense for it to be almost a prison. Used in a prison.
So her creator is probably keeping her locked away and feeding her all those animals.
Oh.
This is her isolation period.
Makes sense.
something like that.
And we should probably leave.
so is it safe? Would it safe to be? I mean, is it safe to assume that her creator it would be, fairly dangerous?
No, Whisper's creator wasn't.
I'm
But not all vampires are.
Do they eat?
I'm sure they sweet.
What's the likelihood that they would eat ass?
Well,
They can get blood out of it.
I'm
Do you see these cheeks?
Where is she?
Blood vessel.
where's who?
She's telepathically.
Telepathic.
Where is who? Names. Give me names.
names, bitch.
Does she not respond to me?
Bitch.
No, it's telepathic link.
But she doesn't respond to me at all?
No.
Does she even pay me any mind?
Nope.
Oh my god.
It's almost like she can't hear through the crystal.
Oh. 1 second. Will and parchment. I come back holding a picture of me and her holding hands.
I'm trying to talk.
Did you draw a heart? Aw.
And Gilbert's in between us.
I thought it was Tortellini.
It keeps
It's
changing.
Gilbert Tortellini III.
Where is she? She's the last of my line.
Who? I need a name.
My daughter. The last of the
And
Arvet Pentagast.
Oh.
Oh. Sorry, that was out of character. Oh.
and
Pentecost.
Okay,
What is the first name?
she has red hair.
She has red hair.
Huh.
What was,
Annalise?
yeah.
Annalise was blonde.
Annalise was blonde.
But it's been a while.
Yeah.
I was about to say there could be some red hair injected somewhere in there.
Injected.
Well, who's
Yeah,
to
but
say?
he died.
Who's
She died in the
When
war.
was she last seen?
I mean,
I don't know. I was sleeping until you came.
sorry.
The hearts. The hearts.
I apologize. We would. We can try to find her.
I'm just imagining us standing like.
Are you relaying this information to us?
Sure. Yeah.
Like,
Eventually.
Nah, he likes to keep secrets.
would
Yeah.
Farron know anything about the name Pentagast?
She would know Arvad Pentagast.
Nothing about the lineage?
She mentioned
Nothing much of the lineage.
Arvad the racist, yeah.
Arvad.
You're racist. She is looking for her child, the last of the Pentagast.
And her name is...
I don't know. She hasn't given me yet.
Oh, sorry.
Did Arvad have children?
Not in your time frame.
Does Farrah know about Arvad's history?
She knows of him, not everything about him.
Damn, Mark.
Well, did she know that
Cheater and a racist.
his original bride died?
She would know about that. She would know about the Turning Wars and stuff like that. That Arvad took over Helheim, and later in life, he had a younger brother.
Okay, so I relay that quickly. Like, as far as I know, he was engaged to an Annalise, but she died. And he took over Helheim. I don't think he ever got married. I think he was dedicated to Annalise.
I'm sure he had to get married.
This
Or else he wouldn't have taken him.
This was after the Turning Wars. It was a different time. There wasn't a push forward. Well, I mean, it was a recovery from the Turning Wars. There wasn't a push for the propriety of you must have children. It was fix the land, it was destroyed type of thing was what I'm saying.
She could be descended
But I do think he has a. I do
from
think he.
Arvad's younger brother.
Yeah, I do think he had a brother. So it must be from that line because I am pretty sure Arvad did not have children. Yarvad.
Fucking maidenless over
It's
here.
probably like
I don't know anything about his brother.
Let me see if I can try to get a name.
Okay. Ask her. Mention Arvad. That's the only name I know.
there you go.
Who?
Arvad or Annalise. Those are the only two names I know.
Oh, you from the bloodline of Arvad. Annalise.
I'm not. I'm from the Milo battle.
What?
Milo.
Milo? No, Milo?
Reginald. Reggie. They call him.
Oh, I thought you were a woman. Shit.
She is.
Lost it. Oh.
Reggie. Fuck name's a kid Reginald.
How do you spell the last name?
Emilio?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we'll end.
You motherfucker!
That's the name of the big baddie vampire dude we faced off against, right?
No, that was
She was a
Santiago.
dragon.
No.
No, this is the.
This is a little girl, the spy master.
Yeah.
This is a spy master.
Oh, holy shit!
Yeah.
What the fuck did I miss? I mean, I remember the Spy Master, but I don't remember.
You fool.
All right, that is where we will end tonight.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna get you, bitch. God damn it.
God or
All right.
How you be afraid of somebody called Reginald?
Reggie?
Oh my gosh, it's Reggie! Freaking! We
right.
spent so much time with her!
Yep.
Ah!
So you think was put her there?
All right, that is where we'll end
He's
tonight.
gonna tell me!
We are going to find someone to rate. So let me go ahead and do that. I greatly appreciate everyone who came and joined us.
Thank you.
Left you with a little bit of a cliffhanger from callbacks to campaign 1.
If only we streamed that one.
Yeah, that was a.
Mm.
So,
Why do you the things that you do.
Yeah, all of the great things you guys could have seen. I became a suitcase at one point.
Yeah, Dommy Mommy.
I was
Fishing with
Yeah, you did.
fish sticks.
We discovered a thing by them pissing on a rock.
Yes. Oh my god. I was so
Ruined
mad.
everything for you.
That was funny shit. That was so fucking funny.
Oh, I died in the first session of most.
How then we found the same tree and then I got my eye poked out.
Then we fucking tore that tree down.
That's
Burned it.
that specific tree.
We started a fucking forest fire almost.
It's okay.
Just the order of one tree.
That was funny shit, bro.
What are some other highlights? I'm trying to think back.
Lots of penises drawn.
We had a goblin dick fight.
Oh yeah,
Yes, you did.
because me,
How did your
Ty,
goblin dick fight?
and I think it
It
was
was him.
yeah, you, Ty, and me decided to cut off the cocks of goblins and just start throwing them at each other.
What?
So we were having a goblin cock dodgeball fight or something like that.
Yeah.
We're gonna raid someone a little different. Robert Hartley,
Okay.
GM. It looks like he's doing a one-on-one D&D campaign.
Oh word!
So they're doing Blackwater. So
We're not white.
So they're doing Blackwater, and I
Two
assume
brain cells and they're both fighting for second place.
I've never seen a one-on-one D&D campaign, so this should be pretty interesting. So let's go ahead and raid them.
Yeah, that's right.
Everyone, thank you so much for joining us. Please make sure. Absolutely. If I don't catch it tonight, I will catch it tomorrow whenever we get back from the Ren Fair. But absolutely, and I kind of left something open if you are also open to it there, Rose. So, let's go ahead and raid Robert Hartley.
Are you gonna say your saying and such?
Of course I'm gonna say my thing.
You're like gonna do it.
So, may your rolls ever be critical and your Ds always be doubled. Sign up for Dungeon Delvers.
Madeira Willow Cased. In his youth in the Feywild, he would accompany his parents on negotiation talks and offer of sanctuary. Known for his extremely long black hair that was braided on his left side, tanned-skinned because he preferred travel by foot, 'cause you never know whom you would met along the road or in a tavern. Though a skilled negotiator, his passion was pyromancy. He was raised to a position of importance during the Cleric Wars because of both his abilities and lineage. He died during an attack on his forward operating base, putting up the last line of defense to the Willowgast refuge. His brother Penelor led a division of troops that wounded both Madeira and Sakuria. They fled behind the door and sealed it. He died with his beloved wife Sakuria laying in his lap. Sakuria Willowcast, a porcelain war-forged monk, met Madeira Willowgast on one of his battles. They fell in love and fought together. In one of the battles, she was separated and cornered. After the battle, Madeira found her slain and moved her essence into a soul orb, thus making her war-forged. She preferred to use bare hands in her fighting, often seen in a blue silken robe set. Towards the end of the war, many cracks show on her fist and feet, along with one major crack on her face. She did not die in battle, but once Madeira passed, she shut herself down.
Here lies Madeira Willdog-Hast, keeper of the flame of cleansing and infernomancer of the resistance. When liquid fire filled his lungs and his eyes, it silenced any mortal cries. With his last breath, he fought like hell to keep the wolves away. I lay here now in his lap after his passing writing this. I, his wife Sakuria, have laid witness to his devotion to the gods and to his family. He never strayed in his devotion and fought to the very end. My life will end with his cause, my soul is tied to him. I am on borrowed time as is. He was my foundation, he was my everything. After my death, he sought every avenue to bring me back. I have failed so much in not being able to do the same for him. I have failed him. Madeira, if this somehow finds you, I am sorry. I will wait for if and when you return. May the gods see out sacrifice and have pity on our toils. The orb is flickering now, and I am fading. Please know you were my everything.
Goldcorna Walker, a farmer from Upper Tars. She inherited her family farm after the passing of her older brother Nasu. Unable to pay the tax of the farm, she was given the choice of the farm being annexed or fight for money in order to pay for it. She was always a scrappy personality and chose the latter. She won her first fight by killing an older man. It weighs heavy on her. She did not know what he did or why he was fighting. She was prepping for her next fight when she was released due to an unexpected event. A group paid the rest of her debt, though it is